podcast. I'm going to play our title now, but please bear with us as we are transitioning towards the rebrand. So you may see some logos that may remind you of the past, but it's all good. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Where do you come from? Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing. Where do you come from? Where you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing.
All right, and we are here. I just love that opening. So, love to play it. We're in the middle of some rebranding, so bear with us. Oh, what's up, ISO Motion Gaming? I'm drinking some coffee and I'm here from Purple Haze. So, thank you for stopping by. We're coming at you, episode 58, October 9th. And what we're about here, well, welcome, bienvenue to our late night gamer show, a gaming talk show where two Canadian gaming hosts talk about everything that's going on in the gaming universe in the past week and the latest on Bungie's Destiny 2. So I'm joined as always by my super co-host, leveling up the podcast as always, Sebastian, aka Nads614.
Yes. How's it going, everyone? Yes, we're rebranding. Yes, we're changing things a little bit. Yeah, bear with us. We still gonna talk about Destiny 2 for sure, and talk about what we've been playing this week and lately. And we're just gonna mention all about cloud gaming. Yes.
And more specifically into the GFN universe, as Nads and I have been gracious enough to be introduced into this world, and we'll get into it, but we have some first impressions we'd like to share with you guys. So
Yes.
without further ado, let's get to the regular recipe of what makes this podcast. So let's jump into it.
Yeah.
Today is episode 58, and as always, we're going to be jumping into the Destiny 2 TWAB, and then we're going to jump into some news on a certain gaming platform that you may be able to tell with the nice little colors there in the background. So, Naz, what have you been up to gaming this week? I see your list is a little bit shorter than mine.
Yes, so I've been playing some Destiny 2 for sure. Been testing out Destiny 2 on GFN and versus Stadia, and I found it's running great. You're able to adjust the settings. Field of view is available on GFN, which is something I've been looking forward to try. It's great to have like the field of view. You can see way better and stuff like that. I think you try it and you're like you found you were dizzy a little bit, right? So
It's a little bit tough to get used to. I mean, I've never once experienced this field of view, but to be able to have that as a setting that I was able to change,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. But it was almost like you were playing with that fisheye sort of lens. So I understand how you can see more of the map, and I'm understanding why now Steam players are a little above and beyond when it comes to playing against them.
Exactly.
So it'll be something to get used to, and I don't think I'll be turning it off. I think I'll just have to sort of handle what I got coming at me now because
Yeah.
it's more of the screen.
So what you can do is just like put it like not at the max, but like slowly like move it up or something like that. So it's gonna be
Right.
just a way to get adjusted to it. So like other games will have that too. So talking about other game, because I'll go back to Destiny 2 later with the TWAB and some of the news. But the other game I played was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So we have the free Ubisoft Plus available until tomorrow, or no, I think it's the 11th of October or something like that. That was offered to us when Ubisoft like announced all their game and stuff like that. Their Ubisoft Forward. So we got this for the month, and I wanted to like play Valhalla before it goes away. I did buy Valhalla on Stadia, but like I have it on Ubisoft Plus right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to play on GFN afterwards, but I've tried it. I play it lately, and I got back into it. Graphic wise is amazing, looking great, running perfectly, didn't have any issue. I play around with the settings again. You can go in the game and change all the settings. I put ultra on it, and the game didn't like that because like it just like it was like not pixelated. It just sometimes the texture wasn't coming up on time, so I reduced it, and it's just like running perfectly, but you can see so much detail. The textures all there. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, and I should probably do some stream on it just to show it around.
Yeah, I've been setting up for my stream. I've been dying to get into some Thymesia. I
Yeah.
was able to boot it up, get into a little bit of the tutorial, get all the way up to the magician, but I'd love to get some of that on stream and really start sharing. What I like to do is play some of these like really difficult games. And as long as I can coordinate with Bliss, because I like to have him on my backside helping me out. That's why I told him to get the game before me, so he was able to clear it. But
it
Purple
is
is
it
out
available
there.
on? Oh, sorry. What are you saying?
Purple out there asking me to rap out here. That's funny. I'll see what I can do. See what I can do. I'll put on some hip hop. Maybe I'll get the mind juices flowing, and maybe a rap will come out. ISO, a big fan of Eminem. So
Nice.
that's some fun. But other than that, I did get on to Destiny 2. We were both playing on GFN. And like I was saying, when I turned it on, my first experiences were wow and more wows, because I felt like for the first time I was seeing this intense high fidelity. Maybe it was really that RTX, but it was really showing a lot of clarity and a lot of awesome graphics that I never really experienced before. Those squares for me of darkness were gone.
Yeah.
And inside the app, you were able to adjust the bit rate, and that even allowed for an even fluid gameplay, because I know as soon as I turned it on, I was scared because I was hitting some lag bumps. It was getting kind of jumpy, but you said, no, rest assured, just go into the app, set up the settings, adjust the bit rate, and you can get it flowing. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And boom, I was able to set it up, notch it up to 4K on my browser, and I was off to the races.
Nice.
So look forward to exploring the library. Over 1,300 games available on GFN.
Actually,
So,
there's more than that. It's 1,400 and something.
is it? Well, I said more than 1,300.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they're adding new games every Thursday.
Exactly.
The last count that I had looked up said 1,300. Maybe it was an outdated.
1,426 game total. That's pretty crazy. But that Thymesia, is it available on GFN? Is that
You know it.
Oh,
It's
that's
available
good.
on GFN. I have the little thumbnail made up. I just got to get some time coordinated, because I know that I'm much better with Bliss on my side than without him, because I find myself, oh man, in that game, it's not so much of a block, but you have to always do a perfect counter.
Oh, okay.
You don't have a shield, you more or less have a blocking weapon. And if you
Mhm.
miss your window to block, you take damage. And the damage is not very nice, like 4 to 5 hits and you're dead because it's a
Mhm.
Souls game.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
just it.
enemies are unrelenting. So I was even asking Bliss, I'm like, do you dodge or do you use block? And he's like, oh, I use block. I'm like, how are you perfect timing everything?
It
The
has
guy.
to be with that parry time, isn't it?
Oh, it's intense and it's fast, but I'll get it down and we'll get through it. But other than that, we were lucky enough to jump in and see some Mortal Kombat.
Hmm.
That was
That
pretty
was
cool.
great. Yeah. Thanks to Purple Ace to organize that. That was pretty amazing tournament. A lot of people show up, and it was like fun to like just like get together and just chat and see people being great at the game, right?
Don Rico, Ninja Guy, Suave Polo, as well as Suave Polo's little brother GG's,
Hmm.
also known as Vegas, made it to the top 4, and we got to really see them battle it out. I was not able to stay for so long, but that's because I had a wedding to go to. Congratulations
Hmm.
to my little sister. So that was awesome to see her getting married. But yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Families growing up. I just
Yeah.
remember when she was following me around, and now she's out there getting married.
Yeah. So you had your chance to drink some tequila with her.
I okay. So I had one shot of tequila the whole night. I was
That's
very
it. Oh
good.
my god.
Yeah, it wasn't like your wedding where I was off to the races, drinking tequila, dancing like crazy. No, it was more about like talking, hanging out with my nephews, really just getting in with the family and soaking in all of that good experiences and memories
Nice.
for the night. Yeah, yeah, it was good times. It's good times. She's moving for a year, so I'll just have to move on with my little sister and my protection zone. So just
Yeah.
have to get used to that. But I digress. I digress. So what is next? I'm drinking tequila right now. Cheers to you, Ray.
Oh,
Cheers
nice.
to you. Salute. Tequila is my drink of choice personally. I can't really. I'm not big on drinking like actual like mixed drinks or like
Mm,
beers and stuff like that. But I will do shots of tequila for days. Like
that's
just
crazy.
and it'll never knock me down. I don't know what's up, but I'm like 14, 15 down, and I'm standing up with everybody else and just kicking back. But that's that's a different. Those are different times, different nights, different memories that we sometimes don't remember.
Yeah, that's oh, big fan
Where
of tequila.
were we? Did you get into your Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
Valhalla gameplay?
So yeah, no, like I mentioned, it worked perfectly. No issue. I've been like continuing the story. I haven't done the main story, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I got time to finish it and jump into the DLC. No, I haven't had a chance yet. This game has so much. I'm maybe close to the end. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be playing a little bit more of that with some Destiny 2 just to get ready for the next portion of the game. But what about yourself? Did you cover all the game you have there, or?
Oh, Returnal. Yes, I did. Was able to get into a little bit of Returnal today. Exciting, expansive game. I love Risk of Rain 2. And when I jumped into it, it was a really awesome roguelike, big bosses, really difficult gameplay, but at the same time relaxing with that lo-fi music. It really engaged me with all the different characters, all the unlockables, getting further, getting to secrets. I love all of that stuff. And no inventory management, which is always a great thing for me. Just throw anything you pick up and you put it on your character and it becomes a part of you. So it's just a really cool, inventive, a game that breaks barriers coming out of a small studio. And then what happened is I a new studio, a big studio, got a hold of the idea and they shaped it into a story, and they gave it amazing graphics, and they put science and aliens and all these like wicked gameplay elements of guns changing types and upgrading and attaching things biologically to yourself and teleporting through these balls as light. And oh my gosh, I'm just enjoying. That's 2 hours into the gameplay right now.
That's crazy. That's good.
Yeah, and I'm really enjoying Returnal. It's something that I know I'll be hooked into. It's a game that I'll just keep coming back to because I know I want to beat it and discover, why do I keep getting reborn every time I die? You'll explore, and then all of a sudden you'll see, what's this dead body? You'll turn it over and it's you. And you're like, whoa. And you're just like taken aback. And it's those kind of experiences that I like to chase in games. And I really respect when designers can really take things to the next level. So shout out to Hapopo Games for making Risk of Rain 2. And if you've not played it, oh my God, it's so good. So good.
And I think Risk of Rain is pretty much available on all platforms, from my understanding. So
yeah. Oh yeah, it's so good. And a lot of beer talk, Nads. I know that you're a big beer craft beer drinker, and
yes,
you have anything to say on these beer drinkers in the audience? Because I don't
I'm
think I could add
seeing
too much.
Sapporo, a Japanese beer. Yes, I think the version we get is a good version. Like any other country, they always keep the crappy one and export the good ones. So I know when I was in Australia, people were like, "Oh yeah, don't drink this one here," but like in UK they get the good one, or like So it's kind of funny. I'm more a fan of like the microbrewery and all the beer, local beer. Like I'm in Kingston, Ontario. We got Spearhead, Riverhead, was it Daff, which make like sour beer, which is freaking good. And there's like plenty of beer like that. I'm like a very local person, so I like that. I drink like a bit of all of them here, so pretty amazing. Like, what's not to like about beer, right? So.
Yeah, I am partial to sour beer, and there's a nice local mango sour beer called the Beaches Brewery nearby where I'm at, and I would tell you, it tastes like an iced tea almost on a nice summer day. And sitting back, my wife and I used to grab 2 shots of tequila, and then we'd grab a sour beer, and then we'd walk home along the beach, and it would make for a good night.
That's awesome. All right. Do we want to move on into some Destiny 2?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
we keep talking. I mean, it becomes
About
chat
beer.
chat beer cast. All right, let's jump into some Destiny 2 and let's find out what's going on as we're wrapping up this season.
Yeah, so I'll go over some of the info. I'll move on to the patch note first of all. Let's see here. All right. So recently, well, on October 4th, we got the hotfix, which fixed a few issues we had, and there's like a controversial like fix that happened too. I'll get into that. But basically, we got some seasonal activity that was fixed. Also, the main thing was the Season of Plunder weapon pattern. The double perk weapon spoil crew upgrade now will give you deep side modded weapons. So like it's gonna make it easier for you to farm for the deep side weapon, which is gonna be great. Moving on, the big thing, as like I mentioned, was the Eager's Edge. So Eager's Edge, they say they fixed an issue where Eager's Edge could be used multiple times in a single activation. Apparently that was an issue, but wasn't an issue with anybody in Destiny. Everybody was liking that because you can like easily like fly around with it. So basically now, as you get Eager Edge, you can only swipe once, and after that is back to normal. So there's big controversy about that. I don't know if they're gonna bring it back. Who knows? There's been some fixes with the Touch of Malice magazine, which apparently was creating a brightness effect and was hard to see. I was like, okay, I don't have that gun yet, so I don't know. Power and progression, some fixes with like the war table and the Scion battleground. Powerful reward apparently wasn't dropping. And something with the Chinese character we're not able to play on Microsoft Store platform. So some little fixes, but that was the main thing. I think I want to mention Rudiggz Edge again. That's the big thing. If you look up on Twitter, there's a lot of mention about it, and also other people are mentioning about that. But moving on within the TWAB this week, so before I get too much into it. So give me a sec. So one of the thing I want to mention is that the season, so next reset is going to be the last week required for the story. So if you check your quest log, it's going to be the end of the quest or the story, getting ready to move on to the next season. But before that, we're going to have this season, another season. I was about to say season of the lost again, the festival of the lost. So the Halloween event we have within Destiny 2. So it's going to be starting soon. So and one more week before the start of it. So yeah, and then the end of the season, it's going to be happening. There's like apparently a community event supposed to happen. Also a community ending. That's the rumor going around. There's going to be something about collecting coin to upgrade the Elixir area and stuff like that. So that's what's coming on. Also, for the season 19, the rumor we received was that Rasputin's going to be back with Anna Gray. So the old season 19 before Lightfall is going to be about Rasputin, Anna Gray, and the tower getting ready for the fight against the darkness. So that should be good. Yeah, that's something to say.
No, I'd like to hold the microphone now because I don't know. I feel like it works better, and I get in trouble for not holding it close to my face. But
Oh, okay. All right.
I was like, Rudiggz, speak up, speak up. I'm like, it's a microphone. And then people are always like, is he gonna freestyle? What's he gonna say? It's like, oh, I'm just trying to talk here.
There we go.
But rap is coming up. Don't worry, rap is coming up.
Oh yeah, he's gonna drop something. That's for sure.
Oh, it's coming.
So moving on with this week at Bungie. So what we have is like again the controversy. A lot of people got account banned this week or lately. So basically, what happened is that the security team has had an update for the cheating software. That I try to remember the name of it. So basically, I've updated it so like if people are DDoSing or basically lagging the game, so they can get advantage. So if you've seen it on the on King's Fall Day 1, there's like someone was like doing tons of damage on War Priest because he was reducing his ping with the game so he could do more damage. A lot of people have been using that, or like also they've been using that in PvP, which is some sort of way of cheating. So they added that as a detection, and they've detected a lot of people that had internet connection issue which caused them to be banned. So they're looking into that as there is a human error within it. So they're gonna fix it. They had about approximately 60 accounts were false positive, but that's only 60 out of I don't know how many. I thought they mentioned how many they had banned total, but there were much more more people that was banned that first period. So they started like returning the like removing the ban for those accounts. So if you're one of them, just like communicate with them, communicate with Bungie, and let them know that you are not cheating or something, and appeal it, and you should be fine. You can utilize use the our ban appeal link on the TWAB here. Moving on, we have more coming up. So they add a general question or like Q&A for the public about some of the weapon archetype and probably general overall. So I'll cover some of them, not all of them because that's a massive one. I think it make the TWAB pretty big right now. But one of the things they mentioned is about the full auto trigger system, which is going to be going away next season or next DLC. In the near future, they have planned to remove it as a mod, but they are not removing it. They're gonna make it available for everybody to turn it on into the settings, I guess. But apparently the mod's still gonna be available, which is kind of weird because what's the point having the mod when you can put something better there? They were mentioning about some of the exotic weapon will get something different. As for example, here we got Traveler's Chosen, the catalyst was giving a full auto. Instead, they're gonna add surplus, which is gonna be amazing. For Vigilance Wings, gonna have a sample, which I'm not sure if I like it. No Time to Explain is gonna have Feeding Frenzy, which is crazy, but pretty interesting. But yeah. As you may know, Divinity got nerf because people complained saying it was too good of a weapon, and Bungie listened. So they plan to, instead of granting 30% weakness, it's going to grant 15% instead. So that's the main thing. And it's going to start season 19. So we still have a little while before it's nerfed. But that's an interesting thing though. Because is that gonna make people to go back with a hunter with a tether to nerf the boss? But the issue is that it doesn't stay there for the entire time. So maybe it's gonna be, let's do the tether at first. When the tether is gone, you use divinity to get your 15%. So we'll see what happen if it's gonna change so much. So moving on, some other issue is the kinetic weapon in PvE. I wasn't sure about that. But the main thing they're coming up with is the Adept Red weapon. So as you may know, if you go in King's Fall right now on the Master, you can gain Adept weapon. The main issue is that the craftable weapon has better perk because you have the enhanced perk, and almost make it the adept weapon useless. So what they plan to do is that you're gonna have random drop with enhanced perk. So that will make the gun very much more interesting if you have enhanced perk automatically in it. It's not gonna be craftable, but at least it's gonna make it viable to chase for it. Looking forward, I'm just going through because there's a lot of questions. What else is there? Uh, Sorry about that. I'm trying to remember what else was there. Oh, this one, it's a big one too. What are the criteria to reprise Destiny 1 weapon to Destiny 2? They're talking about that, but the main thing I want to bring up, it's this part here. For raid, that always have reprise an exotic weapon associated to that raid. Bring into Destiny 2, there's already some weapon like Outbreak Perfected that was part of Destiny 1. The I got a blank again. The Fallen raid, Wrath of the Machine. Yeah, that's the one. So in Wrath of the Machine, you could get the Outbreak Perfected, but in Destiny 2, we already have the Outbreak Perfected, and they're mentioning that they're gonna put a different weapon. So which is great, but it's almost giving us the clue that the next the next unvaulted raid is gonna be Wrath of the Machine. So quite interesting that they mentioned about that, so we're pretty happy. It's a number game. Yes, so apparently some people felt that Adagio perk was different on all the weapon, and as people were right, but it's actually not, but it's depending on the archetype maybe, or one-shot kill. So they have some of the info there. So plus 20% for a bow and shotgun, and everything else is plus 30%. So good thing to know. I never liked that perk too much, Adagio. So, and Zen Moment, more detail about Zen Moment, and you got more numbers. So you got a maximum of 5 stack of lower recoil, which is great to know. And so if you're reloading or not hitting for 1 second, it'll lose all this. But that's good to know that Zen Moment give you lower recoil, because I wasn't sure if it was like more like accuracy or something like that. So, but that's good to know. It's good to know on what weapon you can use that. So there was this issue where we had the accuracy perk on, what was the name of the gun? So you could go Caesar and they had the accuracy mask on it, and that was an error. People were asking if that's going to change anything, and it's not. So that was just a mistake within Destiny 2. Here there's like some question to the team: what favorite weapon perk combination does a weapon team have? So what's their favorite? You got some pretty good choice here: moving target, perpetual motion plus kill clip. I personally really like perpetual motion, killing wheel, multi kill clip, so that's pretty good. In air, what replica weapon will you each weapon designer want? So we got this guy with the DMT for sure, looking good. Lawrence drive and a lot of redacted. Look at this. So season 19 solar exotic weapon. We already know what we're getting here. We have a Lightfall exotic weapon. And here we got the season 19 kinetic exotic weapon. And then season 18 Festival of the Lost Weapon. So can't wait to see what are those weapons exactly. There's more info here. I'm just gonna move on because there's more plenty. I'm telling you, it's worth having a read there. There's plenty of info, like I mentioned. This is a massive TWAB. Here, I mentioned what exactly does box creating do, and it's giving you, after being ADSing for 1.5 seconds without firing, it's gonna kick in. It's gonna give you aim assist of 10%, which is good. It increase the precision damage multiplier of the weapon and increase aim assist fall of distance by 10%, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. It's just like they don't like describe all those detail on those perks. There's also like this dynamic sway reduction is mentioned about it. It's like depending on the RPM of the weapon, you'll see the difference because it goes around 20 shots. So if you have a high firing weapon architect, it's gonna kick in faster, whereas if you have a slow firing weapon, it's gonna kick in later, right? So something to consider. But moving on, TwitchCon was last weekend, and if you had a chance, you could have got an emblem if you went on over there. They also had like a stream on the October 8th in TwitchCon, so that was pretty good. You could like attend and watch them talk about like what's going on with Destiny on the floor. Moving on, we have we have the future of nothing in future. The player support report. So the one main thing I want to show you is this part. So if you don't know, Bungie, since the shutdown of Stadia, Bungie have been talking about how they can get the Stadia moving to Destiny 2 on other platforms. So they're looking for a solution. So I'm waiting out to find out what happened so I can keep playing on other platforms, mainly GFN, and we'll see how it goes. But keep in mind, they're looking into it. Maybe they're going to make it easier. Maybe it's going to be like you can transfer your account to another platform with all your DLC and everything without any issue, which will be great, instead of like waiting for the money from Stadia to like be sent to us and then after just buying the game again. So we'll see what happens, right? The other fix they did is like a performance issue with the tower. As you may know, when you're in the tower, you go look in your inventory or anything like that, it takes forever to load. So they fixed that issue, but they didn't fix that. They kind of mitigated that. They kind of partially fixed it by having a cap of 20 people in the tower, which should fix some of the issue of loading. I mentioned about the new deep side focusing about the Season of the Plunder with the double perk weapon spoiler, so they added that. This is about the Hunter exotic. What is it? I think it's an arm piece or something, or no, it's a chest piece, I think. So they fixed an issue with it. So since the beginning of the season, they came up with some exotic, and I think the only exotic you can use is the one from the Warlock. Now you're gonna be able to use the exotic of the Hunter, and hopefully they're gonna fix the one for the Titan, but we'll see. There's also more issue they got fixed soon too, which is gonna be great. So here we got the auto rifle. So it was incorrectly listed at 600 RPM weapon. They're gonna change it to what it actually is. The tower loading time, again, that's the issue they've been working on for a while. Interacting with the Callus statue. Button too quickly at duality. Yes, duality. For some reason, when you interact with them, you cannot touch it afterwards. And there's other issue with duality. They need to get on with it because it's just crazy. I thought they will fix a lot of the issue by now, but they haven't. But keep in mind, there's gonna be more and more to come for fixing. Other than that, we have some movie of the week. Every Arc 3.0 Titan. Let's see here. Is that the part? Oh yeah, there we go. Because with the Titan 3.0, you had that overshield when you run to, and you can like just like slide, shotgun, and melee too, right? So that looks like an episode from what's it? The freaking British thing. Monty Python, that's what it is. Oh, that's funny. We got some other video here. Don't Wake Me Up. I'm guessing that's a song with some amazing kill in the Crucible, which is always good to see. People being like OP in Crucible, probably playing on PC, right? Other than that, we got some artists of the week. Looking at this Titan, like with all the weapons from the Season of Plunder, looking sharp. Here we have a little like what do you call that? They're like almost like pops or something like that. Little bubble head with Elixir and the Drifter in there. Pretty cool. And here we have the demon, a Titan with the shield.
Was that Saint? That's Saint 14.
That's Saint 14 helmet, but you have this ornament and you can see a skull. It's pretty amazing. I saw some people with that. I haven't like I don't know where it came from, but one of the older season. And here we got a big meal, I guess, for the Thanksgiving weekend. And oh no, that's for Halloween. There we go.
Yeah,
The
they're
eating
American.
candy. Yeah.
Those two are doing Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, we're the only one in Canada doing Thanksgiving for this weekend. But that's pretty much it for the TWAB for this week.
Cool.
But amazing amount of info there. They're back into giving a lot of information, which is good because like the last couple of weeks it was pretty dead, but now they just dump everything in one shot, which is crazy. The other thing I wanted to cover was to keep watch as we got the Destiny 2 show coming up. It has to do with like the same creator of Edge Runner and also was it what's the other show they made on Netflix there based on the
Edge
video
Runners.
game? No, there's Edge Runner and there's the other one there, League of Legends. So, and then there's also the Destiny 2 mobile game that should be coming out at some point. So Something to keep watching on the Bungie side of things. But that's all I got for Destiny 2.
Cool, cool. Thank
Yes, it's a
you.
Destiny 2 anime, so. Oh, I forgot to cover the Xur. But if you're interested, Xur is currently in the tower. If you like to go check it out, it has like a few items. Warm Us Crown, which is good for the Hunter, and the Controversial for the Warlock. The other one is like the ACDO feedback fence for the Titan, which I'm like, eh. But other than that, it doesn't have that much of great thing, unless if you like the 7 Seraph CQC-12 shotgun, it has a good role for PvP in there. That's
Sweet.
pretty much it.
Well, thank you for covering the Destiny 2 news side of the week.
Yes, pleasure.
Well, let's cue in some news. So, the news this week. Well, what do we typically do here? We usually jump into several websites, blogs, things like that. But this week, we're going to try something a little bit different here. And we're going to be talking about all the stuff coming for GeForce Now this week. If I could only find it, here we are. So, fall into October with 25 new games streaming on GeForce Now. So, what are we going to be expecting to see this October with the 25 games? Well, this is one guy right here I'll be showing off. Cooler weather and changing color of the leaves, the needless addition of pumpkin spice, just about everything, and discount Halloween candy are just some of the things to look forward to in the fall. GeForce Now members can add one more thing to the list, and that is 25 games joining the cloud gaming library in October, including day and date releases like A Plague Tale, Requiem, Victoria 3, as well as some others. Let's get started off with the cooler months with the 6 games streaming on GeForce Now as of this Thursday. So right now we're looking at Marauders. Is it working somewhat? Are we able to? Yeah, we can see what's going on Marauders.
Yeah.
So it looks like a first-person action shooter. A lot of cool stuff happening in there. Big game.
Awesome. Yeah, first person shooter. I don't know if this game is one of the they have the GFN Thursdays, right? Where they
Yes.
have a game that you
So
can
that was
access
one
on
of the 4 games that
Mhm.
happened this Thursday. And this would be right. Am I going along the list there? Do you have it in front of you, or?
Yeah, no, that's right. You got it. I was just looking at it. Like on the Thursdays, you can play for free and then eventually get it. I don't know if it's like almost like a demo. You can try it out and test it out. So it's pretty good that they have that. So there's like a few games like that you can test out if you open the GeForce Now app and look out the GeForce Now Thursdays. Then you can access those games and try it out.
Yes. And so some of the games that you can look forward to this month, we have Asterigo's Curse of the Stars, which is a new release on Steam, October 11th. Kamawaze, and a lot of these games coming out for the rest of this month.
You got there's a good one. Maybe you will like it there. PC
Do you
Building
see one?
Simulator 2. You can
I
like.
I don't know if I will enjoy putting together a PC But other than that, are there any games on here that really stand out to you? Like this Monster
Yeah.
Outbreak could be interesting. The Scorn is obviously a very big title to be seen here.
A Plague Tale is like very good. If you've seen the first one, like it was very liked by a lot of people. It might be a type of game you'll like to. It's just like almost it's like an action type of game where like you have to take that person, you just going into the medieval world, and then you have all those rats all over the place, and the only way to survive is by carrying that torch around or having that kid with you, and you just basically escaping the plague, right? Has like some very good like graphic picture in it, and it's a pretty amazing game, and the fact they're coming out with a newer release, that's gonna be good. I'm
Yeah,
happy to see
absolutely.
that. Another one I would like to show is Guild War Game of the Year and Trilogy coming to GFN, which is pretty amazing. Guild War is like an older game. It's from 2008, I think. I've played that with my wife when like a while back, but a very good game. You have Guild War 2, which is available also on GFN. It's a free-to-play game. It's an MMORPG, so pretty cool. I don't know some of the
Is
other
this the
games
game you're
here.
talking about here? Guild
Yeah,
War
so
Factions
Faction is one of the
2006.
Faction is one of the DLC. So if you get the trilogy, you get that DLC basically. Guild War 2, that's the most recent one. That's a game I played when it was a beta. Very good game. If you like MMORPG, they're pretty good. That was an amazing game when I play it, and it's like it's still amazing, still quite populated. So pretty cool to see that's all available there.
Oh wow, it doesn't really show off the gameplay, so I
No, it's
expected
just
them.
like showing the story pretty much.
Yeah.
So, and that's the trailer, the teaser trailer before
Yeah,
it
the
came out.
teaser trailer, yeah. So it's not going to display the biggest of information. But what I'm honestly surprised about here is just the sheer volume of games that are coming out here. Just a lot of games, a lot of volume, like you were saying, 1,400 games, and really your whole Steam library is just able to jump in there. And if you were claiming Epic Game Store from your Prime Gaming, your library is very transferable. So a lot of ease there in transferring over. Something else I wanted to share, because I was a little lost when I was trying to figure this out, and that was, what is going on here with GFN. So I thought I would cover this and sort of clear everything up. So how does the free tier work? Its session is only up to 1 hour long. You can only get up to 1080p and 60 FPS, but that is at a $0 cost, so it's absolutely free to try for about 1 hour. So you almost got like a trial, but you do have to own the game that you trial. It's not like you have access to everything. Then you have the priority tier here, and that allows for up to 6 hours of gameplay, but that is just up to a 6-hour block. So as soon as you just have to save, close it down, and then open it back up, and then that gets you on a new blade and a new 6-hour time limit. Still, your limitations is the 1086 FPS, and that will run you at about $99 with a discounted cost at a 6-month discounted cost. So that's interesting that they do sort of those bundled deals and those months up front. Then we have the RTX 3080 tier, which is the premier tier that they have now, which is allowing up to 8-hour play sessions, 4K 60 FPS on the PC and the Mac, as well as the Nvidia Shield, and that subscription is about $19.99 a month, as well as a 6-month sort of discount at $100. So a little bit of information there in case you were confused how GFN works. Basically, you connect your Ubisoft account, you connect your your Steam library, and you connect your Epic Games account. And this allows you to play them in the cloud.
And I'm pretty sure there's going to be more services attached to it. I know that if you want to play EA game, as you start the EA game, it's going to ask you to log into your Origin account. And there's going to be other other one out there that I don't think on top of my head, because you have Ubisoft, yeah, like it's automatically connected, but you also have I'm thinking of Bethesda. There's no Bethesda game, I think, on it, because at the beginning they add some and they got away from it. But there's like plenty of game out there. As you can see, Steam, Epic Game, and Ubisoft, you can connect within the app. So.
And then here is where you go to better enhance your stream quality. So here, see, I have a custom setting. I've increased my bit rate. I've changed it to 4K, 60 FPS. And so you need to set this up to really enhance that smooth gameplay. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Large library. You can see it automatically senses my games. Thymesia, a new one that I've added to my library, is up here. And you know what? We could definitely get into some roller champions.
Exactly. Those are the GFN Thursday, as I mentioned. If you click on it, there's going to be the play button, and then you can play for. And I think it's until it's out of that list, right? I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna have to have a look.
So Baroturama is also up to play. Marauders, you can also just play. Same with the, here we are, Dakar Desert Rally. So this looks like, it's sort of like your dirt type racing game out in the rally. I wonder if you're changing gears, but just a lot of variety in your gameplay if that's what you're looking for. So you're saying that if I was just to press this, I can just get into this and play it?
I think so. What does it say before you play?
Who's got time to read those pop-ups, Nads?
I see you don't have time.
We just play. We just play. That's what we do. Yeah, but look at that. So I do not own this game. I just simply hit the play button, and here we go. Oh, so it's making me log in.
Yeah, asking you to log into your Steam account.
Do I know my password? I do know my password, guys. So I think, yeah, see, it's asking me to buy it. So I have to own it, I believe.
Okay.
To be able to play it.
Yeah, okay.
So we're learning together, everybody.
Yes.
We're learning together. So, yeah, you do have to own them to play them. But GFN Thursday, I guess, is just their way of saying this is every Thursday. We're going to guarantee that, or at least so far, they're going to be trying to guarantee that they're going to be bringing new games every single week. So that's a nice little thing to put in your calendars and really get excited to every week. So appreciate that from a platform.
Exactly. If you're not sure about how GFN work, you can look it up online. But the idea is that you can access their GPU basically via their servers. You connect it basically to a more powerful computer and can play all those games easily. So the main thing I like about this is that all the game I own on Steam, I don't need to install on my computer. And that's a big thing, because some of those games take a lot of space. If you look at Destiny 2, it takes a lot of space with everything.
It does. It does. The biggest issue that I felt leaving the cloud was, what was I going to do? How am I going to manage all of these games with all of these big gigabytes? save files.
Yeah, it's a lot of data you maintain on your computer. Understanding like now you can get like 1 TB hard drive, but I don't want to like keep buying like more hard drive just to have more space to put more game. The fact I can go on GFN, just click play, it just make it easier, right? So.
And guys, we are going to start immersing ourselves in the GFN universe. We're going to start getting into it and getting for a feel. So as of yet, I'm not sure there's a way for me to record clips. I haven't explored it. I don't think you have any game clips from GFN as of yet.
No, but if you're looking to record clip, as you know, like with GeForce Now, it's using the GeForce experience and it use that GeForce overlay. So basically you can do a control, the control Z to open the to open the overlay, and you can like put some a quick button just to record, or press F12 to take screenshot. If you're playing a game on Steam throughout the GFN, it's still gonna save it onto your Steam account. So there's
Oh,
different way to do it.
I'm gonna have to get you to show me how to do it.
Yeah,
one time,
definitely.
because yeah, you can set it up so you have this screen come up, right? And obviously that saves it, but I have to have like a quick button to
Yeah, you just make a shortcut, and then like this you can record it.
yeah, record,
So.
not recording.
And you can do the instant replay, which is gonna be a short recording.
Is that like Stadia?
It's almost like, yeah, the short recording like Stadia.
Like
So you
5
can
minutes?
put
Oh,
like
wow.
the time you want, 5 minutes or
Wow, you
shorter.
can put a 30-second thing and you can have exactly the same. Wow. Okay, well that's what I want. Yeah. Thank you.
There we go. So now
Thank
you know how to do it.
Yeah.
You just need to go in the settings and just, or like,
Alt Shift F10. That's
yeah,
how I do it, right?
or you can go in the settings and then change it for like a different button.
Yeah, maybe I'll explore that with you later.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah,
cool. So
pretty cool.
get forward to more immersion and us getting into it there.
Awesome.
and-
The last thing I wanted to mention is that if if you're still on Stadia and playing those games, and you have until January basically to play all the game you have, and you want to save all the save data from your game, you can go on Google Takeout and download all your save data from all your game you play on Stadia and save it onto your computer, and then transfer it like on whatever platform you need. So stay tuned for that. I'm pretty sure Ubisoft is in the work. Maybe they're gonna be able to transfer it through the Sync Cloud or something like that. But I know other game it's not available like this. But if you play the game on PC, you'll be able to put it inside your PC game. So yeah.
All right. Cool. So before we wrap up the show, for anybody still hanging around, be sure to clip this and spread this to your friends.
Oh, are you gonna rap there?
Let me get up a beat. All right. Gotta feel it. Sorry, Nads, in advance.
No problem.
All right. Rudiggz on the microphone. Analog like a dial tone. Never found far from home, 'cause he's scrapping up the eddies from for a fresh piece of chrome. A cyberpunk with a flow like Nova, rolling up in a Land Rover. But it's all electric, 'cause I love the earth when it's green, and I gotta protect it like I'm obscene. I don't know if that's what I'm going with. That's my little freestyle rap there for anybody listening.
That is good. The fact you came up with that just now, that's just funny. That's awesome. Good job.
Just a little ditty. I could have done, 'cause he's scraping up for the eddies. I forget the term in cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was going for.
That's awesome. There you go. Purple A's loved it.
Yeah, you're egging me on. See, you got me to do a little ditty. But I would really shout out, if Mr. Urban World ever catches this, you tell them to go here for the freestyle. We got to do Freestyle Friday stream. Just play some games and freestyle. I'd love to do that with the Urban World. Thanks for turning that down, by the way.
No, no problem, no
forgot
problem.
that.
Well, no, that was great though.
All
I
right.
love that.
Well, let's get into it. So thank you for tuning in to us sort of find ourselves and rediscover how this show is going to go. And thanks for bearing with us. We are going to be back at the same time to deliver more Destiny 2 news and updates in the world of gaming. If you missed the Canadian gamers and want more, add us on the world of social media at Rudiggz, and of course the show at Chat nxtgen. So you can catch us on YouTube as well as Twitter, and we are posting streams on the latest titles and just having fun in the world of social media at the same time. Of course, the show would not be made possible without my awesome co-host leveling up the podcast as always. Thank you, Sebastian. And thank you, everyone, for listening. Jeez, I need to rewrite the script. I am hopscotching over certain words. It's insane. So let me get out to the audience. Thank everybody. Cammy, Purple Haze, Primo, Simpleton, ISO Motion. Thanks, everybody, for coming out here, watching the show, hanging out with us. And Ray3473, the gaming cyborg, really appreciate you coming out here and hanging with us as we experiment, and we're finding our new way and our new shoes and where we're gonna go next. Lo-Fi Monk, thanks for stopping out in the show. And I think we have a J debut. I click the link too. Well, thanks for coming by. Appreciate that. Coming from Purple Show. Yes, thanks for that redirect in the top of the hour. So really appreciate that. We are going to be back next week with better graphics and a still great same two people coming up with an awesome gaming show. Watch out for it.
All right. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Stay tuned with some update and some change into our channel, and we can't wait to see you guys again. Take care.